Welcome back to the only podcast that wants to get to know you as much as you want to get to know us. I'm Travis,
Ooh.
and I'm here with Jen.
That was a good one.
That was
a really good intro.
I do this for a living, you know.
Well, like you said it, you're going to get to know us.
Which is a scary thought.
Actually, it is, because I think we're going to get to know a lot about each other.
So weirdly, as much as we know about each other, we don't know a lot about each other.
That's true.
It's funny because I've had podcasts with friends and stuff that have gone for years, and it's almost like when you watch a TV show and you go, "Oh, they must be friends in real life," and they aren't. And you're shocked. Like I remember the first time.
Did you say you're not my friend?
No, we're friends. But here's what I mean. For example, no, you just found out live on air.
Wait, what? We're not friends?
No. But let me give you an example. The show Mythbusters.
Okay.
I used to love that show, and I
Okay.
thought all of them were friends. And I thought, of course, the main two guys, Jamie and I forget what the other guy's name was, Adam. I thought they were super good friends, but they weren't really. They were just kind of like work guys. They just worked together, and that shocked me, and it made me feel weird. So if people were to think that we weren't friends, like outside of this, that might be really weird.
Or they didn't think about it till just now.
And now it's even weirder.
Now they're going to have an existential crisis over whether we're friends or not.
I think leave us a comment. Let us know if you think we're friends or not. But what I think is interesting here is we probably will learn about each other a little bit more here in front of everybody, which I love that type of content that's just different. And I think we've constantly learned about each other through doing these podcasts as well. We've learned a lot of things, like you don't know physics, and apparently I don't know how to say research or something. I don't know. It's just a lot of weird things.
There's a lot of things that come out, and I also think it's funny because like we almost never agree on anything 100%.
We agree on a lot of things, I think, that make us friends, but there are definite things just outside of that circle where we're like, and then there's things outside of that we're like, nah, bro.
Definitely not.
Yeah, which is great. But the thing about it is, and what makes, I think, this work and makes our friendship plus the show work is that we're open to all that.
Yeah.
And we talk about both sides of all of it. Really. Yeah. And the
think
way you approach things on YouTube is slightly different than me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I don't think we're definitely not going to have the same answers to,
no, I
would say almost every single one of these questions.
Pretty much the case. And behind the scenes, like we talk a lot about, the way we're going to do podcasts and stuff. And Jenn is very, likes to be organized and stuff. I love the idea of organization. Not that I am organized. I'm really not organized. I don't really like to be organized. I just like the idea of it. But this is why I like working with you, is because the things that maybe I already know about myself that I need structure in, you bring. And I don't know what I bring to you, but
it's a balance.
It is a balance.
We're balanced.
Yes, it's a balance. All right. So with that, we're going to get started. Of course, welcome again. We try to help you learn about YouTube. I don't know how much of that you're going to learn today. This is more for the community. So for the last couple of episodes, we've been talking a lot about community, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to teach by doing.
Love that tie.
We're going to teach by doing. We are going to have a community-based video. This is basically an episode that's just for the community. We don't expect this to go anywhere or have great, performance or get new viewers. We're doing it for the people who love the podcast, and we're just going to talk. So we're going to start that by, of course, the candy thing, which let's talk about.
Candy.
When we started this thing, when we took over the podcast, we never really talked about candy. It randomly came up one time.
Because I couldn't control myself to stop. I had to take the candy corn off my desk before recording because I told him, I was like, hold on, I have to go put this candy corn away because I will subconsciously reach into it and be chewing it during the podcast.
I remember that, yes.
And he was like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, no, I will reach in. He's like, no. What did you say you were eating?
Right. And then it became a thing. And then we went along again. I only expected it to be a week, like we were talking about that week. And I didn't expect anything else from it. When we got messages the next week, I thought it was cute and funny. Mm-hmm. But when we got messages 2 and 3 weeks later, and then months later, I realized that it was the community telling us that there's an aspect of the show that's silly that they enjoy. And they like to be a part of it. They come in and they email us and they tell us what they like, what candies they like and stuff.
It's so good great. Though, because candy is delicious.
It is. So let's start with one. Okay. So I'm going to start this episode with this. Now, I haven't had one of these in forever.
Okay.
And I can't remember if I ever really had one. And you're going to have one of these.
What do you got?
And it's Gushers.
Oh!
Do you like Gushers?
Oh my God. I mean, I did.
I mean, this is kid candy 100%, isn't it?
Wait, that's amazing.
All right, let me...
Gushers.
All right, now it's open. All right. You go ahead and have whatever.
Oh my gosh, let me get a red one so my mouth isn't bright blue for the rest of the...
Oh, does that happen?
The episode.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Did they color your mouth?
I'm gonna go safe.
Oh crap!
Oh, definitely.
I would have picked
Those
up
are
a
like
blue one. I didn't know.
pure
That one's red
food
ink.
color.
I didn't know that. I'm glad you told me because I literally would have picked up. My mouth would have been crazy.
Oh yeah, it's a candy podcast.
Oh, I got an orange one. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
There's no way this is gonna be bad. It's a little bad.
It's a little bad.
Wait,
it's a little bad.
It's actually like, yeah, it's kind of bad.
It's kind of bad.
It's actually
I'm disappointed.
It's kind of bad.
It's really not good.
It's not how I remember Gushers.
What has happened? I think they literally
weird.
put everything that's going to be banned at the end of the year into this thing.
Are we just like accustomed to like not trash food now? And now we have like these old snacks and we're like, oh God.
Do you know that was like $4?
Oh my God. No, but I'm just like, do you know we used to eat that like every day at lunch?
I didn't. Good God.
Oh my gosh.
That was terrible.
Oh my God. Well, we might have two bad ones because I picked up a candy that I've never even had or seen before.
Okay.
Cowtails. Minis.
Are they
honey bun.
What does that even mean?
I have no idea.
That looks like dollar store candy. What are you doing? That is 100% dollar store candy.
Cowtails? I feel like I've seen these.
No. That is dollar store candy if I've ever seen these. Yeah, let's try it. All
Cowtails, right. Here we come.
This is terrible. Why kind of a podcast is this?
I literally don't know what it is. This just sounds like a mix of, I can't even tell you what.
Bro.
You're not excited. Oh, it's larger than I expected. Also, it said it was a bun. This
is not a bun. This is a stick.
Watch. This is the best thing you've ever had in your life.
All right. If it is, I'm going to be upset because I know, this is like caramel or something. What is this? What even is this?
A honey bun.
It's a honey bun in a stick form?
Tail.
This is, it's a cow's tail, basically. It's a cow tail. Kind of like oxtail, but like.
Oh my God, this actually looks disgusting.
Whoa, smell it first.
Is that just like corn syrup? Yay.
What's the powder on it?
Okay, I have my favorite candy for the finale.
Okay. Well, we'll do that at the end of the episode. Okay. All right.
Oh, I don't like it already.
There's a lot more chewy than I thought.
Oh, actually, that's not as bad as I thought.
Not bad.
Wait, that's not bad.
Why is this better than Gushers?
Oh, it's actually
not bad. What's going on?
It's like, it is very, very sweet for me.
But it's not bad.
And like, it does actually kind of taste like a Cinnabon.
It almost does. Wow.
Okay, coming at me with Dollar Tree candy.
Well, Dollar Tree be saving on dollars and giving us good value.
All right. Honey bun.
I actually could recommend this for someone who just wants to try something different.
Run to your local cowtail retailer.
I like that. I actually like it.
Cowtail's gonna be like, thanks for the plug.
I know. They're like,
nobody's heard of us before.
We finally got us a podcast to talk about us.
Wow. Well, that was a fun. Actually, I'm really, really surprised because that was not.
I dig it.
That was like really actually not bad.
So why are we doing this? Okay. We're doing this because we got an email. So, of course, if you want to email us, it's the boost@vidIQ.com. This one comes from Benjamin. What has Benjamin got to say this week? He's a younger guy. The top 4 YouTubers I want to meet are GD Colon.
I don't know who that is.
Did I read that right?
I think
it's
so.
really Colon? Okay, Keeks Crafts, who I know that is. Logan Paul. And the Royal Pair. What are yours? Which we'll talk about. And am I going to get canceled because I said Logan Paul? Maybe.
Yes.
Maybe, yes. Good question.
That's fun.
So
I think this is a good kickoff too.
It is.
Because these are all going to be similar style questions.
Okay. Well, let me say. I think the number one guy I'd like to meet, I've chatted with in DMs before, but I'd like to meet.
Oh, you slid into his DMs?
Yes. Would be Casey Neistat. Great guy.
Okay. Right.
He'd be a lot of fun to talk to and meet. But a lot of the other creators that I really wanted to meet, I have met.
Okay.
But I mean, there's like TV people and stuff, but I think from YouTubers, Casey, because I like to dig into his mindset about things and just kind of get to see who Casey is outside of the camera, because I feel like people are different in front of and behind camera.
Okay.
I'm definitely somewhat
we're going to
different.
get into that too.
Yeah. Who's someone you would want to see?
100% number one on my list is Beard Meets Food. Like, number one fangirl on YouTube. 100%. I would.
Doesn't he just eat food?
Yeah, I would. He's literally my favorite YouTube channel.
Why though? I don't know. That's interesting.
Oh my gosh, he's like the best.
Why?
His personality is like so chill, and he's just like he's doing something in such a watchable way where I think actually like competitive eating is like disgusting, and like even watching like the hot dog eating competition and stuff, like
I watch it every year.
I think that's so gross.
I think
like I think like the way like they look there, I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But like he's just like chilling, talking. Like he doesn't stress the time. Like he'll do challenges and like he'll stop and be talking to someone that walks up to the table and have like one bite of food left, and it's just like, you know, he's not like really in it to win it. Like he's having a good time. And it's so different than like what you expect for a competitive channel, niche, space, whatever you want to wrap it all up into. But yeah.
So here's something I just realized. 2 YouTubers who I would have wanted to meet, who I have met now at this point.
You didn't like them.
No, I liked them in person, although that's a danger.
Never meet your heroes.
Never meet your heroes. And they're larger creators. Both of them, I've been to their houses, which is wild. Because the one person's house I went to, when I went to VidSummit, he actually lived in Texas. So I went, but he has people, for whatever reason, he has viewers come to his house sometimes, which is a wild thing. I just think now he's a nerdy guy, so his viewership's more nerdy, so it's probably more safe. But it just seems like a bad idea. This other person, who I can tell you off camera, I really don't want to mention, because at the time they had just moved and they didn't want anyone to know that they had moved. They were that famous.
Okay.
They're that big. And I just thought I was there with a friend, and we were going to meet them for lunch or whatever. But they took us to their house, like immediately, like, oh, just come here. I'm waiting for a delivery of something. And we're like, okay, like huge YouTuber. We had them on our podcast, a while back before, but I hadn't had a lot of conversation with them. In this damn near mansion. I mean, it's beautiful. Well, it's not a mansion, but it's like a really super nice place.
That YouTube money.
It had an elevator in there. That's how nice this place was.
That's amazing.
Beautiful place. And they just treated us like we were just friends and just like, hey, hang out and let's, how you doing? Just amazing. It was the most amazing time. I have so much respect and adore this person now that I met them in person. I think they're an incredible person.
Who do you think you would be best friends with as a creator?
Oh, there have been a lot of people.
Everyone watches someone and they're like, we would be such good friends.
Yeah. Man, I feel like I've been fortunate enough to meet a lot of those people, and I was wrong about some.
You're not friends.
I would still like to be their friend in some of them, but yeah, I mean, I think I've just been in a really fortunate situation where a lot of the people that I've wanted to meet, I've been able to meet. Again, Casey's one of the only people that I haven't really got a chance to meet.
Would you guys be friends though?
Casey, I don't know. He seems quirky enough that maybe not. I think I'd be his resource more than his friend. Like if he had a question about something technical or something, he might reach out to me or something. But I don't even think he would do that.
But he's not like, hey man, you want to go for a jog?
I can't.
Bring your GoPro.
He's gonna kill me. The dude's gonna leave me. I'm gonna be in the middle of nowhere. I'd be like, Casey left me. I think that there's a lot of people that I would be very interested in meeting from TV shows and stuff. Like, I would definitely want to talk to The Rock a little bit, just because I used to watch him as a wrestler. Then I would love to talk to Denzel Washington. I would love to sit down with him. I think he's
reaching
incredible.
For the stars. Okay.
You're asking me a question.
Okay. And your personalities are just gonna line up.
I don't know.
Like you're just gonna click. Well, you think you would.
I feel like, because I've actually interviewed celebrities before, so I met celebrities. So it's not a big thing to me, but there are a couple people that are like, you live in the stars. And if I saw you in person, I think I'd be like, this is kind of wild. And again, at this point, it's kind of rare for me. There's only a few people that live in that place, but I do want to live in that moment and get to understand what makes them tick. I'm more interested in what makes someone tick than like asking them, well, what was it like to be in that movie? Like, that's cool. Cool story, bro. But I'm like, what drives you now? Like, what's your everyday like? Like, when you wake up, do you go to the grocery store, or can you not even do that? What is it like when you're like literally picking up onions?
Want like an insight into their life.
I want to know, when you pick up an onion and some dude wants a photograph with you, you go, listen, I can't right now. I'm picking an onion. I'm trying to figure out this onion. I don't need a picture of
that happens to me like bi-weekly.
Obvious. What about you? Who do you need to meet and be the best friends with besides
who would I be? See, I think it's different than who you need to meet and who you would just like
who do you
vibe with.
want to be your good friend that's
I think I would vibe well with Mia Maples. I think we would be chilling. I think our personalities are like, I would say offset enough that we would balance each other. I would say like she's a little bit more awkward, like quirky. And like I don't necessarily associate those traits with myself.
But you think you'd be friendly with her?
Yeah, I think I think that we would be friends. I think like we would go out and like push each other out of our comfort zones. Because
number one, I don't even know who you're talking about. But number two, I agree with you.
Mia Maples? Come on.
The name sounds vaguely familiar. But here's why I'm positive you're right. I mean,
you don't watch like fashion content.
No, so, believe it or not.
Like, come on.
Can you not tell?
Come on. What do you mean you don't watch her video?
100% guarantee that you would get along. Because I've seen it in person. When we were at that YouTuber event a couple of weeks ago, you walked up to a couple of ladies that were standing there I don't think they looked like your vibe or anything. And you guys were hugging on each other within like 2 minutes. Like you were best of friends, like you hadn't seen each other in years.
We exchanged phone numbers. We're friends.
It was wild. It's wild. I watched it in real time. And at first I'm like, did you know them? And you're like, no. I said,
that's something I get a lot though. Like, do you know them? Like, and the answer is always no.
But you started talking immediately like you knew each other. It was wild.
This is why my mom was never afraid that I would get kidnapped.
You'd befriend the kidnapper?
No, they would return me with money.
All right, fair.
We chose poorly. You can have her back.
No, you need to take her.
Yeah, no. Would you have another one?
Can we exchange you for the sister? We've heard she's much more valuable.
Yeah. She's a little quieter. You can have her.
All right, let's go on to these other questions.
Okay, what you
got? What trend do you secretly love?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Ooh.
Do you want me to answer first?
Yeah, you go ahead and answer first.
You know what I've been watching?
I'm trying to think of trends right now.
You know how much stuff I've been watching right now about jails? I watch so much jail content now. The thing I'm watching at this moment is, I think it's not first 48. It's like the first time people get booked into jail.
Okay.
So there's this camera crew that just sits at a jail, and like people, as they get booked in, they like interview them. It's like, and a lot of these people are first time ever being arrested for anything. Sometimes it's something silly. Okay. And sometimes it's really crazy stuff. And it's interesting to me to see how people react when they're in that situation, because some people react, I think, completely wrong. It's like, bro, you made these choices in your life to put you here. And some people are really reflective and like, I got to stop doing this. Other people are like, it was done to me. So I love that type of content.
That's interesting.
There's something fascinating about that. And I love 90 Days In, I think is what it was called too. Another great show where these people who aren't criminals get put into jail for 90 days for a reality show, which is wild.
That's wild.
But the people in jail don't know that they're not supposed to be there. So they have to keep a cover, because you do not want to be in jail and have the people in jail know that you're just part of a TV show, because they will beat you up.
You got to walk in and be like, I'm on a TV show. And they're like, she's delusional. Oh my God. They're like, yeah. Get your crazy ass back there.
Right.
Like, you just got to go right.
I love that. I'm going to watch it today.
That'd be my mentality.
What about you?
Let's see. Trend. Okay. Yeah. I could say the weirdest. No, I don't know if that's a trend. I don't know if I'm watching anything like really like trendy. I mean, I do watch, like, I will fall into, like, trying, a compilation of TikTok, like, food trends. Like, I'll see girls do that on YouTube and make, like, trying out, like, 5 TikTok, like, food trends. And I'll watch through those. I'll click on them every time.
Okay.
But as far as, like, trends, that's kind of, like, the only thing I could think of at the moment that would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if jail stuff is trending at this moment. I think it's just constantly popular because it's wild.
You're like, I just like it.
Well,
if we're talking like weird things and maybe not even trending, I've recently got into watching like dumb driver compilations.
What does that even mean?
Like people who are like driving a car like missing an entire wheel. Like nothing's wrong. Like there's like full blown like compilation videos of like people who just like drive through buildings, like one after another, like horrible drivers, and like nobody gets hurt or anything, but it's just like compilation videos of like dumb drivers.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah,
Dumb drivers.
I don't know what YouTube was thinking. Well, I know what they were thinking. They were like, "You'll love this," and I was like, "Okay, I'll try."
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
You know me so well, YouTube.
YouTube knows me better than I know myself, which is basically true for most people, because you'll end up on the homepage, you'll see some random video, and you're like, what is this? Click it, and then all of a sudden you're like, I can't get enough of
no hover, just click.
Cook bacon their sneakers or something weird, whatever.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what surfaces next.
Yeah, I'm not trying to watch anything ASMR.
Okay, well, what about a trend you can't stand then?
I mean, most everything else. I mean, pretty much anything on TikTok. Yeah, pretty much everything.
I hate all of TikTok. Everybody on associated
everything associated with TikTok and shorts. No, I'm just kidding.
Have you ever seen a trend that just like infuriated you?
I think
doesn't have to be a current one.
I think a lot of dumb things, like when people do things that can hurt themselves, like when they set things on fire, and just outwardly dumb stuff is
like
very,
dangerous.
Tide Pod challenge.
Yeah.
That was like, what is even that? Like, I
dangerous.
Think so here's what I think is funny. It's not really. It was never dangerous per se, but like, what was it, the spoonful of cinnamon?
Yeah, the cinnamon challenge. YouTube banned that.
Which is wild, because I don't.
Well, you can die. You can choke. Yeah.
So, because back to my ex. So
she choked on cinnamon.
No, I didn't fool her daughter. I asked her daughter to do the and she was like, okay. And
oh my God, I never tried it. Did you try it?
I didn't try it. I'm not dumb. I wanted someone else. I wanted to see us. Of course, duh. That's what they're there for. In fairness, she was a teenager. It wasn't so like she was a little. So,
fair.
She had some type of common sense.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, cinnamon challenge. That was a good one. I'm trying to think. I still think like my favorite.
Did you do the ice bucket challenge? I think everyone did.
Everyone did. Yeah. I mean, everyone has done that. I would say planking was my all-time favorite trend.
I watched that on The Office. That was funny.
Or like the mannequin trend.
Were you just supposed to stand somewhere like a mannequin?
No, like it was like you'd be like in public or something, and like you'd literally just like be frozen, like you were like a mannequin.
No, I wouldn't do that. That's too wild. I don't think I can.
Some people were scarily good at it.
Do you feel self-conscious recording in public?
Never.
You just whatever. You just YOLO.
Yeah.
I do kind of feel self-conscious.
I have like no self-awareness. I would love to see me vlogging in public as like another person. And be like, oh my God, she's actually out of her mind.
Can I vlog your vlog?
She's actually out of her. Like, I would love to see. I've never seen
the third person of someone vlogging.
I've never seen someone like truly vlogging. Like, I've seen people like, making TikToks or something, or like, which I think is more normal than not. But I've never really seen someone like truly vlogging in the wild. I would say like regularly, like maybe a couple of times, like just. Maybe in passing, but like nothing I can even like remember or stand out to me.
Well, I mean, I've seen some stuff. It's always interesting to see the kind of behind the scenes. The one thing I've been seeing a lot on social media lately is people filming from a distance someone else doing like a TikTok or something. Like there was this one I saw this guy eating, and he was like, yeah, and then as soon as he stopped, he was like, he looked like he was depressed.
You know what my favorite TikTok trend is right now, where it's like it's like people, it's like. Things you should not be doing like in an airport, and they're like this on camera, and then they like set their phone and their tripod like far away from them, and it's just them standing like this like funny. Actually filming their
that's funny. Okay, that's
and it's like in different situations, and I think it's just like such a funny trend, like poking fun at like this exact situation where it's like, what do we actually look like filming in the wild?
I found this channel the other day. So I don't know if someone sent it to me or whatever. I can't remember. The channel is called Anything Can Be a Podcast. Did you see this? No. It's a guy who's in an elevator.
Okay.
And he'll just talk about a subject as a podcast, but he's recording in an elevator.
Whoever's in the elevator?
Strangers just keep coming in and out and
Could you do that?
No.
Okay.
But he does the whole thing. He's like a younger kid. And they're getting tons of views.
It's an amazing concept.
It's not really edited or anything. It's just obviously got the camera up at the top, and he goes, hi, this is such and such from Anything Can Be a Podcast, and where anything can be a podcast. Today I'm going to talk about whatever. And it'd be like something that's, I don't know. It could be historical or anything.
I love that.
And then he just goes off, and they're getting tons of views.
I mean, yeah, because it's like most people's worst nightmare.
Yes. Like some guys you get in the elevator, just trying to go up or down.
And you're like someone who's afraid of elevators.
Right.
And they're like, do you want to answer my question?
Bro, this guy.
You want to comment on terrace? Like,
oh my God. Oh my God.
I just sort of took the stairs.
Let me find this guy. But that's one that's that recently came on my radar.
That one's so funny. I think that's such a great concept.
Anything can be a podcast. There it is. Anything can be a podcast. There it is. It's Anything Can Be a Podcast is the channel. He's now got 41,000 subscribers with 14 videos, which is wild. Of course, he has some shorts.
That's amazing.
Too.
I think it's great short form content too. I think that's like a hilarious.
So here it is.
Shorts concept also.
Here's like his title ideas and his ideas. So this is literally an hour and 10 minutes where he's explaining the Minecraft movie in a crowded elevator. And he's in there for an hour just talking about it.
What did I have like them? I gotta look deeper into this later. This is gonna be my homework tonight. I'm gonna look into this channel.
Now here's what's even more interesting. So that one has 500,000 views. The one after that, explaining brain rot in a crowded elevator, 142,000 views. Amazing, right? Then it's explaining Ice Age while freezing in ice water. So now he's not in the elevator
conceptually
anymore. My guess is he's got kicked out of that elevator. But that only has 27,000
They're like,
views.
You're a safety hazard.
Right.
You're a fire department risk.
But what's interesting. This is interesting. Explaining Pope elections while running 3 miles. So progressively, he's doing other things, which is cool because
he doesn't want to be locked in an elevator,
right? But so here's the thing.
But it's really funny.
Explaining Hamilton while locked in an elevator. Okay. So what's interesting is he had this thing. The things that work best for him is in the elevator, right? Conceptually, that's weird, odd, interesting. Yeah. We're going to watch these part of it, right? These other things are him smartly pivoting to things that he can do more of that aren't going to nail him into an elevator, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So he is getting a lot less views, but there's still good views for his channel size. And I think that one of the things I always tell creators when they get something that breaks out is, what's the next thing you're going to do? How are you pivoting out of this? This thing's not going to last forever. And he's already doing it, which is very, very smart. I don't know if this kid has ever had a YouTube channel before, but he's doing smart things. They are getting less views.
See, I have mixed feelings about doing it that soon.
He did it right away.
I don't think he should do it right away.
Like 3 or 4 videos of the other ones. And I agree with you. I think he should be pivoting more, but we don't know what's going on with that elevator. He might not be allowed to
know where the elevator went.
He might be getting arrested.
He's currently searching for another elevator. We don't know. If you have an elevator to be used, please reach out.
Please reach out to him. He's trying to start his podcast. Oh my God.
That's good. That's good. I love that. Okay.
Yeah. What's next?
Let's see. How do you keep filming fun when you're not feeling motivated? And I guess this is both a personal and professional question, since, well, sometimes there's a fine line and blurred lines between the two, and we still have to stay motivated and have work be fun the same way YouTube has to be fun.
Mm-hmm. So are you saying, how do you film while looking like you're having fun when you're not motivated? Or how do you, what is it?
No, how do you keep filming fun when you're unmotivated? How do you keep...
Oh, how do you keep filming? Okay, I thought you meant how do you keep filming fun? Like fun's and you're filming the fun.
Well, it'd be easy if you were unmotivated. If you're unmotivated, you don't have to have the fun.
Right, you can have filming the fun rather than having the fun. So you're saying, how do you keep filming fun?
Find the fun.
How do you have fun filming?
How do you stay motivated?
How do you stay filming fun?
Yeah.
While having fun.
Yeah.
You say fun enough times, the word sounds weird after a while. You ever done that where you say a word a lot and it's just all this fun is that
There's got to be a term for that too.
There has to be. There absolutely is. Okay, so I think it's very difficult. And it's a skill that I have not even mastered because at times I'm heavily unmotivated. Depending on what's going on, I'm unmotivated all the time. I'm like rarely motivated by anything anymore, but that's a me problem. So how do you keep it fun? I think, and I hope that these episodes have been really fun. They certainly feel fun in the moment. I feel like watching them might be fun. But I think the only reason that isn't because I'm coming in motivated to make it fun. It just is.
Okay.
And I feel like what we've done is we've created a scenario and a situation in a podcast that just by the nature of doing it brings that out because that's what it is. We don't have to fake into it.
Yeah.
It just is.
Well, what would we do if this is no longer fun?
We'd probably stop.
That's also my answer.
Because what else could you do? I think unless we're making a lot of money, in which case we're going to fake that fun until I am paid everything off.
It wouldn't work. We'd stop making money though.
Yeah, that's
the thing.
Everyone,
like it's so.
Yeah.
We think, that you could fake it and then it's edited and it's like all good, but people can like sense on the other side when like things are just like off or like, maybe you weren't feeling well that day or your energy is even like slightly off. Mm-hmm. Like if I was kind of sick today, like you'd be able to tell.
Yeah.
Like you would just be able to tell because you can't just force that level.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I couldn't. That would be like insanely difficult.
Well, I think what we do is we already plan ahead of certain types of ebbs and flows of the show anyway to continually change it up in some way. Like this alone changes it up, right? Doing the Discord episode changes it up. The new thing we're going to start doing, which is you can send in a video question, 20 seconds or lower. You take a video, you put it in the Discord, and we're going to pick those. That's going to change. That's going to be a new dynamic. When we had the call-ins of the Discord was fun. That changed. Yeah. So because of that, because it's not always the same thing, it's easier to be fun. Mm-hmm. When we do recordings, we now can spice it up with those. When we do remote recordings, we can spice it up with those other things. And then when we're in person, it's just straight up different because we don't do it all the time. So we're fortunate and we're in a situation where we are making everything different enough that it's always fun and it will last a lot longer than if we only did one format every single time.
Yeah, I think unmotivated just means that you need to be trying something new, like you're saying. Like something has to change because I feel like it would be highly unlikely for you to suddenly feel like just really motivated all of a sudden doing the exact same thing that you just took like a 2-month break for.
Right.
And I just don't see that possible. Like if you're taking a content break, which if you are feeling unmotivated, I think you can hear both of us saying like, stop creating. It's not worth it. You're just going to burn yourself out and you're just going to like resent making content and not have that creativity be present. Mm-hmm. But don't expect to take that break and then come back and suddenly feel motivated to do the exact same thing that was unmotivating you. So how are you making those little changes? We're not talking about like, hey, start a new channel. Make entirely different content.
Yeah.
But like, how do you make something or take the time to figure out how you make something that's going to feel exciting? If it feels exciting, it's going to be fun. And it's totally normal for content to stop feeling exciting.
Which is why I think we change things up every so often. You'll see us do a couple things and then we'll do it for a little while. And then we will we'll stop and then we'll try something new. And then we'll do that for a while. And the things that work all the time, we'll just continue to do. Which I think is some answering occasional questions stuff. I think that always works. So we just keep that as part of it. But then we add new things. Like this episode in of itself is less about the question and more about talking to me and you. This is completely like different because we're not necessarily teaching YouTube per se.
I think there's actually some good little bits here, especially talking about motivation.
Yeah.
And we actually agreed on it.
100%.
That's crazy. Like fully.
But
fully agreed.
What would be the controversial hot take on that anyway? Like
it's your full-time job and you have to make content.
Okay, fair. That's fair. That's fair. Let me go to the next one of these.
That would really be it. But at that time, like you're probably due for a break. And how good are you doing at growing your business if you're not excited in making good content? Like you're just kind of staying stagnant at that point if it's just to survive.
Yeah, yeah. And if it is your full-time job, this is why I make such a big deal about when you're picking your niche to begin with, to really take the time to ensure that you love what you're doing, because it could become your full-time job. And if it's one of those videos you're like, oh, this took off, let me do more of those, I don't really care for it. Well, then it becomes a job.
Unless that video real quick.
Because that might become your job and you don't want to do something you don't really want to do. So, what's your weirdest YouTube rabbit hole you've ever gone down? I don't know. Man, there's probably a bunch of those.
There's definitely so many. I could say
this past week?
This past week, I don't think I've really had any this past week. I just feel like there's actually like countless things that I search far too in depth on YouTube. I would say etiquette was a big phase for me.
What?
Like etiquette lessons on YouTube.
You watched etiquette lessons? Randomly? Were you looking for it, or did it show up on your homepage?
No, I'm not going anywhere that I need etiquette.
Okay, let me understand this.
I'm going nowhere there's multiple forks.
How did you? Okay, let me understand the beginning of this. Were you on your homepage and an etiquette video showed up,
no,
or did you just randomly searched for
this
etiquette?
was searched.
Why did you search?
I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea.
You just randomly were like, etiquette.
Yeah.
I need to get some.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and where did it take you? What journey?
A YouTube rabbit hole.
About how long were you down this rabbit hole? Like how many videos? How long?
I definitely watched like videos for, I would say like several weeks, maybe longer.
Weeks? Wow. What
it's
did
like
you learn?
so fascinating.
Is it?
It's literally like things that you've just never even heard of before. Like it's crazy. Like the way you're supposed to butter bread. Like, excuse me?
Whoa, okay, hold on.
Like,
hold on, this thing. I need you to help me understand.
You are supposed to.
How?
Etiquette wise, you are supposed to rip off a tiny piece of bread and butter individually the bite that you are taking.
Wait, what? Okay. No. First of all,
that's
no.
Etiquette.
No, hold on. You have a piece of bread.
A roll. So you got a little roll. Like
okay.
It's a little dinner roll.
But what are you dipping it into the community butter?
No, I believe you would have like your own.
You have your own little
like
pat?
Yeah.
And then you butter that one in.
No, you don't. No dipping. I see you dipping over here. You got to have your little butter knife and then butter that bite. And then you have to lay your knife. You have to lay all of your utensils down in a certain direction to signal to like the staff that you are still eating.
This is not an old country buffet. What are you talking about?
Like
buffet where you turn over the receipt when you're done eating?
It's like the same thing though. Like your fork has to be like turned down or something to signal that you're done. I don't remember which way.
What kind of restaurant is this?
No, this is not like restaurant. Like this is like events.
Events?
Events.
They have butter eating events?
You're going to the Met Gala. I don't even know if they eat at the Met Gala.
I don't know if they eat at the Met Gala either.
You're going to a fundraiser. You're going to save the turtles. You need to know how to butter your bread.
Okay, what other things did you learn from this? I'm fascinated now. But I'm more fascinated by your journey than I am the thing. So what was another thing?
Next time you see me butter my...
Bro, we are going somewhere where you got to butter your bread. I'm going to show...
No, we got to go somewhere so normal. And I'm going to do it like
tomorrow for lunch,
person.
I need to see you
and
butter
someone's
going
to be watching and be like, why is she not putting butter on the entire thing?
Why is she ripping off pieces of her bread?
I'm telling you, go down an etiquette like wormhole. It's nuts. It's nuts. They do things differently.
Mine's not even crazy then, because I'm trying to think. I'm sure in the past I've looked a bunch of things that were kind of
me just like spreading awareness to all the etiquette channels.
I kind of really want to see this now.
It's fascinating. That's what I'm saying. Like that, I feel like that's like a true.
There are some fascinating
hole that you fall into because I will never need that.
But the thing is, I see something like that would happen to me by the homepage, like something random video would be there. Oh, watch it.
No, see, I think weird things and then search them. It's like an impulsion.
I need to watch this. Why
that like I have to actively try to like avoid. Like I think weird things and I have to tell myself like, no, you don't have to search that right now.
Doing that, just searching things.
You just live streaming like ADD throughout the day.
I need this in my life.
It's so funny. Like I don't even know. Like I thought on my drive here and I'm like, I wanted to Google it if there are people who don't know that you're not supposed to eat the outside of a pistachio. That consumed like
wait, what?
I can't even tell you how much like you have like a shelled pistachio.
Yeah.
Like are there people in the world who just like
eat the whole thing? Oh, I'm sure there are.
How many?
Why do you want the answer to that question is a little wild to me. Why did you even think that? Like what you were driving.
Yeah.
In the middle of driving and you thought of first of all pistachio nuts at all. Like were you hungry?
I think about while I'm driving. Like I've always said I was going to do like a live stream while driving somewhere because it's unhinged thoughts. And then that thought just goes away. And I'm like, yeah, I'll Google it later.
You definitely are one of my most interesting friends. I am so
See, we are friends.
I'm so thankful that I know you because it's so entertaining. Endlessly entertaining. All right, let's find one more of these before we hang it up.
Actually, let's go hot takes. I want to know your YouTube pet peeves.
Well, it still is.
And I just feel like they're gonna be offensive. I feel like this is when they're
I think somewhat. It's not so much offensive as that I'm just not gonna be very specific about the things that I see. I'm gonna say what it is, but I'm not gonna tell the specific scenario that might be like, Travis, you probably shouldn't say that.
Okay.
So just what I said earlier, even, which is seeing things in a thumbnail that aren't in the video.
Oh, that's a fantastic pet peeve.
I hate that. But it's like, it's not just clickbait per se. It is that this scene, because a lot of times it's not like obviously AI generated thumbnail. It's not like that. I mean, like, it looks like it's a screenshot of something that happened in the video, and that stuff never happened in the video. That annoys me.
That's like the highest level of clickbait.
It really is.
Like, that's insane.
Even if so, for example, I'm not saying this specific thing ever happened, but let's say, for example, you see a video that says, this is the most fancy steak you can have in New York. And they show a guy with like this huge, amazing, beautiful steak, and he's like, oh my God. And you never see that steak. He's not in that restaurant.
Thumbnail too. Like, if that was actually a thumbnail, like, right? That's exactly what it would be.
Right. Seriously. That steak isn't in the video. That restaurant background that's in there, not in the video. The person that's sitting next to him, not in the video. Like, all that stuff. Oh, that's definitely a pet peeve of mine. For sure.
That's crazy. That's really ridiculous. And they're like, I didn't clickbait you with steak.
Yeah. Like, you still see the thing they talked about, but I want to see that scene. Like, that thing that I saw, I want to see it.
I think that reminds me of like when we talked to Brett, and his most successful video was like an actual, like, you saw it within the first seconds of the video going, and like you knew what you saw in the thumbnail. You were getting. And as a travel creator, it was like that destination looked as stunning as it did on the thumbnail.
That was awesome. Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of. And that steak.
What about you?
Did not. Mine is, I know my hot take is already like shorts.
Of course.
Whatever. Mm-hmm. And I feel like this one might actually be worse.
I don't know. Let's hear it. I'm really curious now.
Everyone, and I'm sorry if you do this, just know I hate it.
Okay. Just know that you're a terrible person. I hate it.
I hate, like, when people hold their lav mics.
Oh, well, you're not the only person saying that. Like, Dan hates that.
To your anything.
Dan hates that.
It has a clip on it. It's not.
So, okay, for people who don't know what this is, this really became popular when Ryan Trahan was doing it.
Okay, the tiny mic? I'm fine with the tiny mic. That was a little gimmick. It was still a microphone looking tiny mic. Like, that was fine.
Yeah, but he was actually holding his lav mic.
Was he? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. You know the tiny mic thing that I'm talking about?
Where it actually looks like a microphone?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
I don't know if he did that. Okay.
No.
Anyways, carry on.
But like an actual lav. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Dan has a huge problem with this as well.
I can't wait to talk about this with Dan.
He hates it, so you definitely should talk to him about it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not bothered by it. Because in the moment, like, I think the times that Ryan or whoever was doing it first, I don't even know that Ryan was doing it first, but he was like one of the more popular ones doing it at the time.
Oh, definitely.
It seemed like it was just a situation where he was just making sure you
had
could hear
shirt
him.
on?
There's something like that. Well, I don't know if that was the case. Maybe he couldn't attach it to his shirt for whatever reason. I don't know. But it became like this thing, like people thought like, oh, I'm supposed to do it this way or something. And I don't know why.
Oh my gosh. Maybe people actually thought that. Maybe 50% of people
they were like, oh,
I had no idea there's a clip.
That would not surprise me.
And this is supposed to go on your lapel.
That would not surprise me.
I didn't even like think about that.
Because some people.
That's funny though. Some people don't know how to eat a pistachio. We just don't know how many of which are out there.
If anyone knows, please. Send us an email. boost@vidIQ.com. Yeah.
I love that Dan hates that. Oh my God.
He does not like
Do you want to know what drives me even more insane, which gets like my friend as well, is like we're talking about irresponsible users. You have a microphone to have better audio and you're like talking with your hands and it's like, hey, and it's like,
bro,
whoa.
There are some people who have immaculate video setups and their sound is like echoey AF and I cannot stand that. I'm like, bro, spend the $20.
I love it. I just literally like, I see the girls all the time like talking with their hands. I'm like, girl, your mic is in your hand.
Right. Where are you going? It's like me going, hey, I love being here on this podcast.
But you got to take it, like, it's got to go in and out so that it's like absolutely unhinged audio. That's like the next level tier
to
besides just holding it. Some people very responsibly hold it. And some people...
It is pretty bad.
Have no idea.
This is what kind of makes you and me.
Yeah.
Well, for whatever the hell
that's
worth.
Clickbait and mics.
I almost want to
end it.
I don't know what I ended up naming this thing, but I almost was like, don't watch this video. That's how I kind of want to.
This video will trigger you.
Yeah. Maybe that's actually what I probably should name this video. This video will trigger you. Do not watch if you're easily triggered.
There's a lot of people right now holding their mics that are like, oh my God.
Oh no. We called out every YouTuber in this video.
I could list like 100 YouTube pet peeves.
One more for the row. I want to hear this.
You want to know one 100%,
more? 100%.
Oh my gosh. This was my biggest one.
And then I want a random thought from you now also.
And then this was my biggest one up until, and this is not hate. Like I don't like unsubscribe to anybody who does these things. It's just like something you notice.
Okay.
And like the mic I genuinely don't like. But this one just like a true pet peeve where it's just like, don't like that. When people are vlogging and they say, I'm going to take you along with me. And it's like, I know. I'm watching the video.
But I'm okay with that. That feels
That's what I'm here for.
I like
Why
that.
would you not take me with you?
I kind of, no, I'm okay with that. See, I'm totally okay with that. I actually kind of like it, as a matter of fact.
It's like so pointless.
Well, here's something else that's interesting.
Okay.
Tell me if you like this or not.
Okay.
Because there was this YouTuber I used to watch. I still watch sometimes. And I remember at the end of the videos, and it was weird because in the moment him saying this, I'm like, oh, I guess I could do that. He goes, and if you want to, stick around. I have some more videos here you can watch. And I'm like,
and you don't like that?
No, I like it.
Okay.
And at the time, I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess I could. No reason that I couldn't know that otherwise. It's an obvious statement.
You're a YouTuber with other videos?
You have other videos? What? I can watch other? Is that okay? Do I have permission to watch them? And I'm okay with it because I was like, oh, shoot, maybe I should watch some of his other stuff.
That's so funny.
Do you like that or do you not like that?
It doesn't even faze me.
Okay,
like, doesn't even register.
I can't understand what
like,
phases
thank
you
you for doing a call to action.
I don't know what to I need another random thought for you before we end this episode. I need to understand like what's going through your head even right now. Like,
another like random thought. I don't know.
That you've had recently or maybe even the drive up. I'm so curious.
Even on the drive, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could pull another one. Like really.
Give me a weird thing you think about for food. Something food related.
Like a hot take on food?
Yeah, like what's a line for you? Like you don't.
I think avocados are overrated.
Yeah, I don't really care about
I think they're overhyped.
Because that's what you make guacamole out of, right?
And I can confidently say I never have, never will purchase avocado toast outside of my house.
Yeah, I don't understand the point.
It's a moral. I just won't do it. It's literally like I can't.
And you're a vegan too, which means they might kick you out of veganism.
Seriously, the only option.
Right? They're literally going to kick you out of being a vegan.
If it's breakfast, they're like, it's avocado toast. And I'm like, I can't. I will not purchase your $13 avocado toast. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's the price.
Well, so, the last couple of months I've been losing weight and doing lower carb and that sort of thing. And I found a couple of really low carb breads, which are great. Actually, most of them are terrible. Found a good one. There's a brand called Hero Bread, which does amazing low carb bread and bread type products, which are things like muffins and all these other really amazing things you don't have to give up. And it's great. Very low carb. $9 a loaf. So yeah, it's everything.
Okay, but I support that because you have the loaf in your house and it's for like a very specific purpose.
Yeah. I would not buy avocado anything, let alone avocado toast, which doesn't even make sense.
Do you not like avocados?
I don't think I do. I say this real. Okay, look, here's the thing. I lived in Delaware, okay? All right? As a young kid, I lived in Delaware. We ate very, very, very short list of things.
Okay.
I didn't think I liked a lot of things. I think I had tasted some of them before when I was younger, but I am weird about food. For example,
that's fair.
I do not like apples, but I love applesauce, apple juice, apple pie.
That's what people feel that way with bananas also.
I love bananas. I do not like anything made from bananas.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's actually super normal.
So with things, when I say things like, I didn't think I liked mushrooms or tomatoes and stuff for a while, but I actually love them now. So I say I don't like avocados, and I say I don't like guacamole, but there is a chance that I might be okay with it. Someone would have to force me into eating some. Every
7 years, your taste buds change.
I believe this.
It could have been 7 years.
We are now a different type of podcast. All right, look, if you got any more candy before we go, because that was amazing.
Oh, let me pull out one. This is actually my favorite candy in...
I should call this...
I guess I could say my favorite candy in the whole world.
What is it?
Hot tamales.
Shiza. You know I don't like hot things. You know I don't like hot
It's
things.
not hot.
Is it though?
It's cinnamon.
Well, I like cinnamon.
It's not spicy. It's spicy cinnamon. It's cinnamon.
Right, let's do it. Let's do it.
This is my favorite candy. Oh my gosh. The fact that these are open now and they're going to be
Are they all going to be terrible?
Gone.
Because why is like all
tonight.
the candy we've had been just kind of mid?
Oh my gosh. No. These are amazing.
All right. I have to take 3?
Well, you didn't. It was up to you.
You
You were like, I love them already.
Whereas like, they look like, all right.
Best candy ever.
I mean, they're all right. They're all right. All right, look. You probably didn't learn anything that you can use in your YouTube videos, but we have tons of videos where you absolutely can, and tons of audio, if you're listening to the audio podcast, where you definitely have learned things. So we hope that this deeper dive into what makes us us has been at least interesting.
Hopefully it fueled your rage bait in some way or another to leave a comment.
Please
it's going to be all about the price of avocado toast.
Which is wild. I just think it's funny that we had a fellow vegan write in telling you that candy corn isn't vegan.
I know. Well, we got to have each other's backs because sometimes you don't know when things aren't. I was just like, it's okay.
I just thought it's wild that it's like the worst things that make that. The gelatin.
Yeah, Travis learned what gelatin was. That was a day.
That was wild. What was it, like cartilage and all types
Chicken feet.
Chicken, just nasty stuff. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Of course, you can hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on the audio podcast, leave us great ratings everywhere. And, we'll be around again.
I can't stop. This is why I can't have open candy. I can't stop.
The hell out of these things. We'll see you in the next one. You can watch more because we have more.
Wait, what?
I was saying like that one guy. You should watch my other videos. We'll take you along with us.